Today, the late and great Muhammad Ali, the champion of the world forever, was laid to rest. He was a very great man, and not just because he was the supreme athlete in the ring. Nobody ever saw anything like Muhammad Ali in the ring, and they never will, because it's extremely unlikely that any person will combine within one body and one mind the kind of grace and perfection of his athletic prowess. He would have been remembered in any case, but what has made him a global icon and caused billions of people around the world over the last few days to mourn his passing was not his prowess in the ring. It was the size of his conscience, the size of his intellect, his wonderful, peerless articulence, the fact that he stood when tested and did not flinch. You see, it's difficult now to remember, but when Muhammad Ali announced to the world that he was a Muslim, when he announced to the world that he would not fight for the United States of America in Vietnam, when he said that I won't fight and kill the Vietnamese people because none of them ever called me nigger, none of them ever lynched me, none of them ever set dogs on me, none of them called me names and denied me my rights. When Muhammad Ali said those things, America was a very, very powerful beast indeed, and he was not just in amongst it, he was the champion of the world. And he knew that the consequences that he would face could scarcely be more severe. He was stripped of his title, he was deprived of almost 4 years of earning ability, the years that would have been the most lucrative of his career. He was forced to take to the campuses and the radio stations and world travel to occupy himself when he should have been in the ring defending his title. He knew that he would face this powerful enemy, but he did not flinch. And that's a measure of the man. Most people would have quietly put aside their objections to the war in Vietnam and gotten about the business of making money. But because Muhammad Ali had a moral character, almost without comparison in the comparative among sportsmen and amongst others, because Ali was a giant, and not just physically but morally, he stood that test, and he has stood the test of time. And he will be remembered 100, 200, 500 years from now. And that is something to be. Being the champion of the world is one thing. Being the champion of the world's hearts and conscience, something even better. So Muhammad Ali, may God have mercy upon your soul. May you rest in peace.